Hello. So the last video I made about the big wake-up call I got and stuff, it was like a bit controversial and got a lot of people talking, so I just want to make a few things clear and then go into a big talk about the suicide and stuff. So let's start with making some things clear. I've talked about the guy who shot himself in the chest. One thing, he survived, and we talked, he didn't commit suicide, he tried, but he survived and he's good. That being said, I'm moving on, I'm helping him, I'm helping myself, and everything's great. But with reading your comments and stuff, I get people asking well, why is suicide suicide is not a bad thing, and why people view it as such. My thing is I'm okay with people leaving. I'm okay with people being free, because we know that this place is an Earth, and it's a prison planet, and we're trapped, and it's not positive at all. Tons of people suffering, being raped and killed, and there's genocide going on, and who thinks that this place is really good? Not really. There's tons of things going on bad. I understand that. I'm not saying yeah, suicide is really bad, don't do it. My thing is that I cannot, by all means, I cannot support that, because if I say in a video or in a comment or in an email or anywhere else where I talk with people that suicide is okay and go on, commit it, the thing is, I will get the charges against me eventually if people, let's say, I make a video and I'm like, well, don't worry, suicide is not bad, go do it, be free, and then someone commits suicide, and someone from that person's family watches the video and that bitch made him commit suicide, she's the guilty one, and they're gonna get charges against me, and I will end up in jail because one person decided to free himself because of what I say. I'm okay with people committing suicide and being free from this prison planet, but I'm not okay with saying myself, go do it, because I will get charges against me. So I'm protecting my own little ass to not get anything going, right? And I know how hard this life is, and there's two things. One is suicide doesn't have to be the main thing, which is exactly why I pitch Ubi Bootcamp and Ubis and getting out of body. Because if you learn how to get out of body, you learn lucid dreaming and being awake when you're dreaming, and if you're able to get out, you can get out and never come back. You can be free and have another being, a walk-in, come into your body, walk into your body, which is exactly why they're called walk-ins. They'll stay here as another being, as another soul. They'll have your memory, they'll have everything, they'll know everything that you did, have everything that you've experienced, and they'll have a different personality. So, you leave, you're in another place, you're having fun, another being walks in, that takes over your body, and now he's living with your family or goes away and does something else. And people are he's changed. Well, yeah, of course, you left and someone else took over. So, I'm not into hey, yeah, commit suicide. No. There are better ways to do it if people can handle it, which is why I support learning, getting out of body, practicing it as much as possible, and I talk about it a lot. And getting out of body is one way you can free yourself without any pain. You leave, you never come back, you experience whatever you want, and you're free. Which is exactly the reason why I'm not saying commit suicide. I'm learn how to get out of body. That's why it's important. So, that being said, I want to support people, but there's a few things. I'm getting confused because I've been getting 4-hour sleeps for probably 5 nights. I'm just really productive in my own way. I'm doing a lot of things. I don't get that much sleep, and I'm not that's my usual self. But anyway, I want to support people in being free from this place. I don't want them to suffer. But there's another thing. There are a lot of people who want to live, and they're suffering. They want to live, they want to do things, but they're suffering. It's really hard, and which is why they go closer to suicide, and they will hurt themselves. But that hurting themselves is more like a cry for help. They don't want to leave. They don't want to leave the place. They want to be here, they want to experience more things, but they want their life to be better. Which is why I talk more about positivity. There are a few people who are saying no, she's wrong and I know it all. They're the people having their own strongest opinion and they're always right. In the first place, I'm always saying that my opinion is subjective. I might be wrong. I know very little. I barely know anything, right? I'm still just a kid. Which is I understand, people blaming, hey, your opinion is the thing, and you're wrong about this and that and that. I'm okay. I will accept everyone's opinion because you have your life, I have my life. And just because I believe in one thing doesn't mean it's true or real. I'm just, making it clear. For people who think, I express something and I say something, and then they think I tell everyone to do that. Like, no, just because I say it and it works for me doesn't mean it's gonna work for everyone. And there's a lot of ways to go with it. Like today I'm like all over the place because I'm still like waking up and my head is not fully cranked up, and since I don't drink coffee, my fingers water and like that's not helping me. Anyway, so learn to get out of body is one main thing to be free from this place. And me, in the meanwhile, knowing that there are people who want to live here, who want to do things in this life, who are experiencing a lot of hard things and they're suffering, they want help, which is where I come from. Like, I want to help those who want to live and have their life better. If you want to free yourself and be free of this place and say like, oh, she's all wrong about positivity and like, fuck it that, and like, cool, I respect that. Be free, do your thing. The thing is like, when we get out, and I don't know if it's true or not, this is just my beliefs, my perception, and the way I experience my reality. But we are being suppressed with not committing suicide and stuff, like don't do it and all this stuff, because like, usually it's just a scare tactic for us to not do it and be free. And a thing to keep in mind is that once you die, a lot of people think that they will see the white light and like, or they'll be met by some entities or archons and stuff and they'll be trapped. Not necessarily. Knowing the truth and finding out what's going on in the world and like being all liberated from all the beliefs and perceptions and stuff is important. But there are people who will know shit. Like they'll be just a simple villagers doing like, okay, like they have cattle, they have potatoes and stuff. They will not know about the civilized world and TV and 5G towers or whatever. They will have zero knowledge about the elite and other things or pedophilia. They're living in their small little world, let's say in the mountains, and they're away from everyone. They do not have the knowledge of what's going on, so it doesn't suppress them, it doesn't affect them, and once they die, they might not ever experience any single entity. They'll be free as can be. Same as some people who believe in God or something big, or the white light will die and will never see the light. They will not necessarily see it because we think about it. A lot of people can be into alcohol and drugs and like suffer like, just like injecting themselves with drugs and stuff, various things to hurt yourself or make your body like worse and stuff, and they can live a really bad life, killing others and whatever they experience and how much they suffer. Once they die, they will not necessarily see the white light or entities or be trapped. They will be free. You can have any kind of life, die, and not experiencing anything bad, be free until you get out and be like good and happy. And that's good. And like, just because I pitch like, okay, let's learn about the world, or like let's wake up and have the awakening, people who will never wake up will probably have just as much fun getting out and experiencing something new as you. We know a lot. So my thing is like, just because I believe in something doesn't mean that it's true, and my opinion is subjective. It doesn't mean that I know shit and that's the way it is. You have your opinion, and you are right in your own world. I am right in my own world. And there are tons of things that we are not right about and stuff. We don't know anything. But it's all basically belief systems. Whatever you believe is going to be your truth. Whatever I believe is going to be my truth. It's going to be my world, my reality. And whatever I have my mind on is going to be what I experience. So I'm okay with you having a different opinion. And I'm okay with you thinking that I'm wrong. Good. I'm glad you're right. If you support me, good. No big difference. What I want is that those who have a hard life here and they want to live here, they want to be here because of their own reasons, and they're suffering, I want to come in and help them. But if a person is really suffering and hates this place to their guts and want to get out anytime, good. Learn how to get out of body. You don't have to kill yourself, because I don't want any charges against me. I want to be safe from that shit. But I want you to live a happy life and do whatever you want to do. Just because I'm talking about happiness doesn't mean that it's the main thing. It works for me. It doesn't have to work for you. You live life that you want to live. Do whatever you want to do. Feel whatever you want to feel. Go through happiness you want to go through. Just because I'm pitching something like helping others, this is my world. This is how I feel and that's what I want to do. But not all people will want my help, and I'm okay with that. Me, I have my own mindset on helping those who need help and want to live here and be here. And if I can do something, be that person that they need, I'm okay with that. If they don't want my help, good. Have your own way. Do whatever you think. I'm always there to help you if you need it. If you don't need it, good. I'll just hope that you have the life that you want to have. My point is like, I don't want to be all right and I know it all and I'm the big thing. No. What I want is that anyone who's watching this video would have their life that they want. If you're living your dream, if you're suffering and you're okay with that, if you're going through hardships and that's like, I'm going to learn from it, good for you. Please do whatever you want to do, feel whatever you want to feel, experience the world you want to experience, do anything you want. Don't let my opinion affect you too much, because my opinion is subjective, it's my own reality, my own truth. But whatever you do, live your life. Like, just because I'm saying doesn't mean that it's the only way. And I just want to make it clear, because there's people like, like, I'm wrong and all stuff. Good. I probably am. I'm okay with that. My reality and my happiness and my positivity is my thing, and that's helping me. If it doesn't work for you, do your own thing and do whatever that works for you. Everyone's different. My one thing or your one thing will not be okay for everyone. People have to find their own thing. The one that they believe in, the one that works for them, their tools and stuff. I will give as much as possible. Try out as many as you can. If it doesn't work, good, look for something else. If it works, good, use it. I'm not trying to be like, I'm the only thing and listen to me and I'm all the right person. I can be wrong as many times as I can. And I'm okay with that. I just want people to experience their life to the fullest. Committing suicide? Please learn how to get out of body. Be out, be free. But I will not say anything to support you because I don't want charges against myself. But be free. And those who are suffering, who are going through hard times and they need help, please go to professionals, talk to anyone who you can talk to, talk about it and do something to make your life better. And that's my thing. I want to help those who are suffering and that want to live. If they want to live in this place and they want to feel better but they're suffering, they're hurting themselves, is the cry for help. They need that. And I want to be there for those people. If you want to get out, do that. Get out of body. Don't commit suicide because I can't say that. And do your thing. So that's my little rant. I read a few comments and I'm like, oh, like people are like really talking about this thing. And thanks for everyone who's supporting my opinion. I really appreciate it. If you're like thinking that I'm wrong, good. I appreciate it. Do your own thing. Do whatever works for you. And I want to help people in my own way if they need helping. And like, I'm okay with you living a different life, having different beliefs and doing your own thing. Just do whatever is best for you. It doesn't matter what I think, it doesn't matter what I believe in. What I think is right for me, that will not be right for you, probably. It's going to be a whole different thing for you and all the others. I'm just sharing what works for me on my journey. I'm doing a thing about myself, not about you. I share what works for me, because if you find it useful, use it. If it doesn't work, say it in the comments, like, it didn't work. Like, I'm not trying to pitch that I'm the only thing. And please, live your life the way you want to live it. And like, I see a lot of people like having their different opinions, but not accepting others. They think that I'm the right one and I'm the stuff, more like, hey, I have my opinion and I'm the right one and you're wrong. Cool, that's your perception. Everyone will have different opinions. We will not always agree to it, but please respect them. And I'm okay with others not respecting my opinion, like whatever. But I know how hard it can be for others. Who, like, a person who had shot his chest, probably like, he was going through his own stuff and he's like into movie making and stuff and being an actor. And a lot of people had opinions that were harsh against him. And that ruined him. And that's why he went into that place. He wants to live, he wants to do his thing, he wants to be happy. But because of people who do not respect others' opinions, who do not respect others' efforts, and they're living their life the way they want to live, but now you're being judged because you live the way you want to live? That's the thing. I do not want to judge you. And I have about 30 seconds left, so live the life you want to live. I don't always have to be right. And I just want to support people who need help and be there for them. If you want to be free, learn how to get out of body and be free. That's your thing. If you have more things to talk about, please share in the comments. This is my subjective opinion, this is my world. So yeah, that's my rant. Have a good one.